You're right there, guys and girls. Yeah, you got me and my brother here. We've got here a motorised push bike engine because we're going to do a 2-bike build. One for me and one for my brother, obviously. And my brother knows all the tech about it, so he'll give you some specs on that. And we're going to unbox the engine. This is one of 2 engines that's come today, so we're going to unbox it. So while I'm taking all the packaging off, he can tell you some of the details.
Well, they're usually referred to as 80cc engine kits. You can get them in a 50 as well, and a 60 I think. Although they're called 80cc, they are actually 66cc's. It's just to do with how the Chinese measure the displacement. 2-stroke, very cheaply made, but they're not bad little engines really. It's just a kit that's designed to fit straight onto a standard men's push bike, mountain bike should I say.
We'll get some nice, pause the video there guys and girls, some warm up tips. Yeah, I'll pause the video on that one I'm afraid. Well, that's why we couldn't get the other boxes out, because it's covered in tape.
Tape, yeah. Yeah, we opened the other one upside down.
Yeah, try not to do that, it's a nightmare to get it all back working again. Right, oh there we go, first box. In here we've got the actual engine itself, nicely packaged.
And you wouldn't think that was 66cc, you'd think it was a lot less. Look at the MT5 engine and
yeah, check out the other videos on that. There you go guys and girls.
we've got a black engine because it just looks so good.
We asked for it to be black because we're trying to do stealth builds. See where they've mispainted.
No, that's
Oh well,
we'll just paint the fins.
Yeah, at least it's aluminium. Well,
Yeah.
there's some in the exhaust port too, but who cares about that?
Is they?
Yeah. No, they get little. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Piston inside there looks pretty good if you can see that, guys and girls.
Not really.
Sadly, I can't turn this engine around, I don't think.
No, if you can turn that round.
No, the gearing so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty nice little engine. You get some outputs. Obviously, your carburetor goes onto this bit here. Probably could do filing out some of the stuff inside there. It's a bit rough, but yeah, it's okay.
Turn it to the light. Oh yeah.
It's not too bad. It's fine. Exhaust port is all good. You get a nice little plate on that there that you can hold things on with. Oh no, that's your gasket, sorry. I knew that. In terms of electronics, it's pretty simple. You got, I'm not sure of the wiring colours at all, but you're going to have 2 wires to go into your ignition coil, which ignition coil / CDI, which I'm sure will be in this box somewhere. And the other wire, probably the white one, maybe, I'm not sure, this is a guess, is going to be a 12 volt output.
6 volt.
6 volt is it on
Yeah.
these? Oh right, a 6 volt output then.
But it's really poor.
Very, very, very low power.
It's about 3 watts, so
Yeah.
it's pretty pointless using it.
Only really good for driving, you know, 2 or 3 LEDs, if that. It's probably enough to drive, say, an instrument cluster or something. You know, if you've got like a speedo or. But don't forget, it's one of these kind of engines where it's like a dynamo, where the more you rev it up, the more the power. You know, the more, not power, sorry, the more wattage you get out of it, the more amps you get out of it. So yeah.
A bulb blower, as I call it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because unless you've got something to control the voltage,
Yeah.
it'll just blow bulbs.
And there is the, this is the sprocket that goes onto the back of the, onto the back wheel, so to speak. And it bolts through with some rubber pads. We've had one of these bikes before. In one of my videos I talk about it. This is going back some years though, so you have to track back through my videos. I've even got some pictures of it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
On one of my videos. Yeah, look at the Jacob's Ladder video I've got, guys and girls. There's one on there, and you see it in the background. And you see me as well, and I look different.
It's funny how we never did a video of it back then.
It is, yeah. It wasn't really the thing we used to do though. But yeah, this thing is it's
44
not bad.
tooth, I think, this one.
The thing is not too bad. The thickness, it's not bad. You see some of them are really thin. But yeah, see if you can count all the teeth on that, guys and girls. Pause the video. I'll leave you to do that because I'm lazy. But what you do with this is you have a rubber pad goes over this, and on this side as well, and it mounts between your spokes of your bike. So your hub's here, and it goes through there. Your hub, well,
it's like two plates can press on the spokes.
And two plates press on your spokes, and all the power is distributed through the spokes of the wheel. It doesn't sound very strong, but it works really well. Like I said, we've had one of these before, and it works really nice.
I never had any trouble with the
other one
spokes.
Yeah,
it was just the crappy chain idler that come with these.
Yeah, the chain idlers are really bad in these because they don't have bearings in them. So you can modify, of all things, a skateboard wheel, and they make a very good chain idler. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put all this lot back in the box, just that way. Alright, guys and girls, we just chucked a torch on. Actually, if you want to show the torch, yeah, we do a video about that as well. That's one of those 85 watt handheld photon cannons. Sorry about that, I just blinded the cameraman, my brother. Yeah, we call it a photon cannon. If you look at photonic induction, he was giving one of those away at one point in time as a freebie. But yeah, that wasn't the one. But we got that one off an auction. Where did we get that from again?
AliExpress.
AliExpress, yeah, that's where we got it from. Anyway, so now I've got some better lights. Have a look at this engine.
The paint finish actually isn't too bad on it.
Not bad. There's some knocks and scrapes on it, but it's alright.
But the painted engine doesn't cost any more than the unpainted engine, so you can't really expect the world. I mean, the whole engine kit was £71.
And that's your clutch there.
And this is all brand new.
And that's your clutch. It's a dry clutch on this, it's not a wet one. And inside there you've got some screws that you can turn to adjust the pressure on the clutch.
Opposite side, I think.
Is it opposite side?
Yeah, this side.
That's where the clutch is, it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, this is your magneto side.
Oh, right, yeah, so it travels through the shaft.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. See, I'm learning about this as well, guys and girls. He knows all this because he's already had one. So we'll put that back in here and attempt to figure out where it all goes. I think it went in that way. Looks to be right. Okay. Alright, that's the engine done, most interesting part. That's it, you're going to leave my video now, aren't you? I know what you guys are like.
Professional boxing guy here, look.
Yeah, look at that little bit, all back in and everything. Right, let's try this next box out.
We have a fuel tank in there, maybe?
No, I didn't put the bag on it, but oh well. We're not going to need that.
It'll be back out soon.
Yeah, is this going to be the fuel tank? Let's have a look. Oh, yes. The fuel tank and the chain. Now, of course, we ain't going to be using the chain at all. Well, we might. Are we going to be using this chain?
No.
No? But it will work as a spare chain, though, because we've got a chain splitter that we can cut it down with. So if it matches up with the same as what, because we're going to use this on a jack shaft, if you guys know what that is. It's like a thing where it runs the engine through your derailleur system, so you've got gears on it, basically. Really cool. So instead of it being like a direct drive with a clutch, where the engine just revs up and you go to the top speed of what the engine can rev to, you've then got the gears to go through as well. So pretty cool stuff.
It look like a proper motorcycle.
Yeah, it looked like a proper motorcycle, and it's got more gears.
Plenty of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, loads of them. I'm pretty sure we'll also make videos as well when the time comes.
Just wish I had a GoPro.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about getting one of those, believe it or not.
Get a camera mount and just mount this on your head.
I wanted to mount, yeah.
It's a good enough camera.
It is. The problem is it wouldn't like the shaking around it does.
Yeah.
Right, so this is your fuel tank, covered in the best stuff in the world. And as you can see, the paint finish on this is really nice.
It's not bad at all, is it?
No dents. pretty good quality. For Chinese stuff it is anyway.
Cheap
Nicely,
Chinese stuff.
Yeah, nicely pressed together. You've got mounting threads on the bottom. You'll have some U-clamps on there which will clamp around the bars on the push bike, the top bar on the push bike. Because as you sit on the push bike, that will sit there. You have your handlebars here, engine underneath. So yeah, that's pretty good. Welding work inside is... it's not too bad actually. I don't know if you'll be able to catch that on the... What do you mean that is? Camera tool. You see that on the camera tool, guys and girls?
Not
You can
really.
see some studs in there, they've been
A
welded.
bit, yeah.
It's alright, it's not bad.
Looks like it was just the fuel tank in that. Well, and the chain, of course.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I think we'll have the muffler in the other box.
Oh yes, we're going to modify the mufflers on these bikes because they are quite loud. Now two-strokes can be a pain because we want this to be a stealth build, you see. By stealth build, what we mean is we want it to be quiet. So as we're going about, you know, because in the UK these aren't, you're not really supposed to ride around with these. So, you know, we've got stupid laws and things, and
It's classed as a full-on motorcycle,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. Unlike you guys in America where you can ride around on these every day, all day, and not have to pay taxes or anything. In the UK they want you to have insurance, taxes, MOTs, and MOTs is our version of a vehicle safety inspection, which is an annual thing, you have to do it every year.
Insurance, a license, CVT.
Yeah, you've got to have a license, a CVT, oh you name it, you've got to have everything, you know. This is the UK, everyone tries to get your money, well, all the people in power do anyway.
Certainly no such thing as free transport.
There definitely isn't. Right, in here we've got some cabling.
Not for lazy people, anyway.
No, that's it. So this cable in here, you're going to have one for your clutch, because there's two cables in it, obviously, it's 4 ends, so there's going to be 2 cables in there. One will be for your clutch, and one's going to be for your throttle. Now, obviously you get a lot of spare, and the throttle cable, which is going to be this one here, is you know, fixed with a few adjustments. You've got one there as well, and I'm pretty sure you've got one on the lever as well, on the actual rev, because it's a twist grip. So that's pretty nice. Look, pretty good quality as well. You've got whatever the hell that thing is. I'm pretty sure it's your exhaust
muffler clamp. The exhaust clamp.
It's made out of some pretty naff looking metal, but
I never used it on the last one. I just had it hanging by the studs.
And that was a bad idea.
Which was a big mistake, because the studs just came out.
Now there you go, guys and girls. There's your CDI, which has been taped up. You know. Should I?
Right, past the parcel,
Yeah,
that.
it does. Where's that knife
What else
gone
we
to?
got in here?
Yeah, you pull the stuff out.
So we've got the
cut off and the twist grip.
kill switch, and yeah, obviously the throttle. Cable will go in there.
This is like Christmas, this is, guys and girls. Well, it almost is. This is actually our Christmas presents. So.
That's the actual mounting for the sprocket that was on about earlier. These are the 2 rubber pads in there.
Yeah.
These are the plates that will obviously compress between the spokes, or compress the spokes. You've got locking washers in there and locking nuts.
There you go. Here's your CDI / ignition coil. Now with this, there are a couple of things that you might want to know about these. Now, I was right, look, the blue and the black is the one for the CDI,
Yeah.
and the white one is the power out for your lights or auxiliaries. With this does not advance the spark to the speed of the engine.
Or retard it.
Or retard it. No matter what speed your engine is doing, this will always have the timing set and fixed, no matter what RPM the engine does.
Which is crap.
Which is quite bad, really, because, well, that can cause no end of problems, including melting of pistons and
Engine
pinking,
knock,
and and all sorts, engine knock / pinking, and all sorts of things. Now, you can pay out and get better ones of this, and it's something that we're going to do. But for now, we're going to run this, not for very long. It depends how long it takes for us to get the cash together basically.
These aren't too bad at low RPMs, but
Yeah.
as soon as you start getting up in the higher RPMs, which you would do quite a lot with a standard sprocket, there's too much advance on them, so they cause engine knock.
So yeah, your engine sort of just knocks like crazy and it gets up to speed. Oh, the battery's flat on the torch.
I guess I didn't charge it.
Oops, we're back onto bad lighters again. There's your twist grips. You got one for one side, and you got your throttle cable goes into there.
They've changed the design since the last.
They haven't.
Nice rubberised ones.
Yeah. Nice. Better than the plastic stuff that they have before. What's this happy little fellow in here? That's your carburetor. Let's have a look at the carburetor. My knife is clogged up with sticky tape.
Now the carbs on these are pretty naff as well, because they use the same carb on the 49 or the 48cc engine as they do on the 66, so you're not getting your full power out of the engine. Also, these engines don't have reed valves as standard. They actually use the piston sort of as a reed valve.
Open sesame.
But I don't think we'll upgrade the carb for ages.
I don't think we'll need to.
Well,
for a long time.
That's it.
Little carburetor. It's like I say, it is quite small. It obviously float bowl. I'm guessing that's your fuel input there. Yeah, you got a prime, which will prime it. A couple of squirts of that before you start the engine. Little bolt underneath to drain the fuel out. If you ever store one of these, you know, for the winter, say you're not going to use it for the winter, make sure you drain all the fuel out of here, because when you come to it again, all the fuel will have dried out and it will just leave the horrible gummy two-stroke, which if you don't take this off will take forever to run through, to to dilute back into the fresh fuel if it's not gummed up all the insides.
That's it in your jets and
and then of course what you've got to do is you've got to undo the two screws here. You've got to break that lovely seal that's inside there, which then's got to be replaced. Well, you may get away with just not having to replace it, but it's going to leak or it's going to reduce its lifespan. Take it all off, clean it all out with some fresh fuel, put it back together again. And, oh, it's a pain in the backside. For what it takes to just drain the fuel out, it's just so easy to do it. Sadly, I can't take the air filter off because it's screwdrivered, although I have got a thingy.
Just a little gauze behind that.
Sponge, is it? As a sponge
gauze, yeah.
Sponge, yeah.
It's not very good, really.
As you choke, it's
if you ran somewhere dusty,
really stiff.
Yeah, if you was running around somewhere dusty or sandy, you'd really want to get a better air filter.
Yeah.
But for where we are, it's fine, really.
Now you can't see what it says there. Now I'm guessing it's in Chinese, sadly. So I don't know what is closed and what is open. I'm guessing that's closed, and that's going to be open because it's the easiest. But I bet if I remove the plunger from out the middle, we could see. This has all got to come out anyway.
Yeah, to thread the throttle
cable through. Right, okay, the float bowl's in there moving around, so they're all nice and free. Right, so yes. Alright, if you can see that in there, guys and girls. So can you see right through to the bottom there? No? You might be able to. Oh, there you go. Now look, down there. Yeah, you can just about see that, guys and girls. You can see that we've got in there all the way through to the airbox. If I pull that down, you can see the choke is on. The choke upwards, the lever up is the choke on. Downwards is the choke off. Now these little things here can be quite troublesome to set up. Now I'll tell you little secrets with these things. Obviously you've got to thread your throttle cable through all this lot first, and then when you put it all together you've got to thread it through that. You've got to put that, it's got to run through there, and then your throttle cable comes down here and locks into that there. and that gives you your twist grip. It moves that up and down, which acts as your butterfly in the carburetor. Now with this thing,
what pin setting is it on?
at the moment it's set to the middle pin setting. That was about to tell you. Now if you see that in there, you've got little notches, if you can see that. Can you see those notches?
Yep.
Right, those little notches control your mixture setting. Now they make it richer and leaner.
And they can have a massive effect.
They can have a massive effect on the way your engine runs.
Just moving them by one notch.
Yeah, will completely change how your engine works.
Depending on what altitude you live at, if you live up in the Alps or something stupid, you'll want to change it.
Yeah. If you live up higher, you'll need to put more air through. If you live low down, like at sea level, you don't need as much air. But well, the way it goes is you don't really need to bother with it that much. It should work. They put it to the middle setting just because.
I hate spotlights so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is an LED spotlight. It's actually not doing too bad.
So here, look, I'll just show you how this cable
One
runs
single LED spotlight.
through. Yeah, all the rest are blown.
Yeah.
I'll just show you how this all runs through. So I'll put all these down here. So this goes on there like that. Clips in there. Obviously you've got it all upside down. That doesn't work very good. That clips onto there. That runs through your carburetor. You know, it runs through this, through the middle. Pull that down. Your spring goes on. Your pin goes through. Trying to do this all like this, like that. You then get that washer, which I've probably lost. No, I have not. Good. That goes through there, so it sits like that inside. That then, your cable runs down. You have to pull the spring up as you do this. Set the cable inside there, and that is it. Your spring goes down, and then that moves down.
And you can just screw that into the car.
And then that will screw. You make sure it's the right way around with the little tag here, which fits towards the airbox. That goes into your carburetor. Just bear with me a second here, guys and girls. Wait a minute, where is it? There we go, like that. There's a tag in there, so it will all go in the right way. That screws all together. How long is this video on for?
16 minutes.
That's alright. It's an unboxing video, so we'll get away with it. And there you go. Then you get your twist grip, and that controls your twist grip. Really stiff.
There we go.
There you go. That's your throttle going up and down. So that'll be full throttle, and that'll be on tick over.
And one thing about my last bike is I never had to mess about with the carb at all. It was all perfect when I got it out the box. We're not too far above sea level really.
And that there is your tick over adjust.
Yeah.
It's not your fuel mixture. Your fuel mixture is done on this carburetor purely by the little needle inside. This is your tick over speed adjustment. That's all that does.
And mine also used to start really well. No matter what the weather, it just always used to seem to start pretty good.
Can't be bothered to put all of it back in the box again. In the packaging. Right, let's have a look at their muffler. Right. Nice little chrome mufflers, as you can see. They're pretty damn nice. Good build.
They are pants.
But, yeah.
They're not much... There's not much silencing to them, in my opinion.
Let's actually have a look inside it. While we're here, because, you know...
We can.
We can. Now if I undo this nylock, if I can.
Which is locked good.
It is locked good, I tell you. We ain't got any other spanners, have we? I didn't expect it to be like that. Have you got anything like spannerish in here? Ooh. Pair of pliers or something? Because that's a bit tight, that one.
No, I've not.
Oh well. We'll have to No pliers.
Got sockets.
Sockets aren't going to do much.
No pliers.
And we haven't got the size we need anyway. Oh, alright then. That's failed that one.
I'm sure we'll do a modification video in the future.
In the future of that one, yeah, definitely. Let's just try it again just to see. Oh, there we go. I've done it, look, guys and girls. See, that's something that my brother calls ape strength because. Just think, this poor bike's got to hump me around all over the thing. How did this come off then?
It should pull off.
Should you say? Will.
It's probably pressed in or something stupid.
Let's give it a bit of persuasion, shall we? It's locked on pretty good, that. Yeah, it's on pretty good, that is.
This is ape strength being used here.
Yeah, it is.
And it's failing.
It is. What have we got? Any tools or anything I can use? Give me some more leverage. Oh, it's going. It's going.
It's like people come in my room and they nick all my tools.
Yeah,
the few I have. The few I have.
Right, let's see if that's enough now to do it.
And all the Christmas stuff is dumped in my room.
There we go. Right, as you're silencing, guys and girls, there's no wadding in there, nothing. Now in two strokes, you can't really put wadding in them because it clogs up with two-stroke oil, because it doesn't burn that, it runs straight through the system. So that's a pain in the backside, really. You're going to lose power, obviously, because the more two-stroke that builds up into it, the more it's going to thingy. Does it smell like it's ever been ram?
No. It does have a distinctive smell to it, though.
It does. Yeah, so it's just a bolt that's been welded in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it works. Oh look, there is quite a few plates in there.
Yeah, there is 2 plates in there, I think, behind that one.
So as you can see, all it does is it's just basically a chamber that lengthens the length of the pipe. You know, and runs it through a much bigger area, trying to stop the sound waves from coming out the little hole at the end. That's basically how this exhaust works. So yeah, I can see an upgrade in the future for this one. We'll still probably use this exhaust, but
it'll be modified.
It'll be modified. Now we've already come up with the idea of cutting this off and using some flexible hosing, stainless steel flexible hosing, just so we take all the stress off the exhaust port, and you know, and all the things going through the, what they call them again?
The studs.
The studs. That's the one. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're going to do with that one, and then this is going to be, you know, mounted to somewhere, and then maybe we might put another bit of piping onto the end of this and run it down to the back of the, right to the back of the bike, you know, down the underneath, just to make it, you know, look more like a bike. And
an expansion chamber would do.
Yeah, maybe another silencer can go on it, you know. We'll see. It's all experimenting, and obviously we're going to do that when the time comes. So we've seen that. Let's see what else there is in the bag, because I'm not sure now. We've about covered everything, haven't we?
That's pretty much most of it.
What else have we got? Oh, we've got some levers.
Of course, the lockable clutch lever.
Yeah, which is quite nice. So you can leave it on, you know, your
in
engine,
neutral, as though to speak.
Yeah, in neutral, so to speak. That's quite cool. This is your idler. We'll show you this thing.
These are Rammel.
Yeah, these are. Upgrade it wherever you can, guys and girls.
If the nylon roller running straight on metal, because there's obviously no bearings, if that's not giving you trouble, the whole thing is sliding forward on the frame. We had to actually weld it to the frame because
yeah, that's what we did on the other one, didn't we?
It just kept sliding forward. No matter how much you tightened up the bolts, it just wouldn't stay put on the frame.
Right. Oh no, they put a thing in it now, look. They've changed the designs a lot. They must have improved it. We've got a bearing in there now.
That's not too bad.
That's quite cool.
Not that we're ever going to use that.
No, we're not going to use that, but that's quite cool. The old one we had, it was just a sleeve that went through, and then this bolted to it. But this is actually a proper bearing. No idea what company. ZZ609 is what it says on the bearing. Whatever that means. It looks like the same size as a skateboard wheel bearing. But obviously then that fits onto your... I don't know the names of all the pipes and things on a push bike, you know, or the frame. But as your back wheel sits like that, and your back wheel's here, it sits on this part of the frame. So it bolts to it like that.
Part that goes back to the dropouts.
Yeah. It sits to it like that, but that does slide, sadly. There is rubber sheets that come with this. It's in the kit somewhere.
But that will. There's still not much.
Yeah,
help.
that
You
will
can't beat
slide.
welding it.
The problem is that the frame, it will, this will, as you tighten it up, it will bend. So there's not really much you can do about it.
I've seen it where people have ran their bikes without these things. They've changed the engine mounts and somehow brought up the engine
down.
more,
Yeah.
and cut the chains down, obviously.
Yeah. Another thing you could probably do as well with this is...
It does look more heavy duty than the one I had before.
It does. It looks considerably a lot heavy duty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like they've changed its design massively. It wasn't as thick as this either.
I was thinking that.
So probably...
It might not be as bad
it might
as
not
the
be
last
as bad
one.
nowadays, guys and girls.
I mean, my old one was I had that about 4 years ago. 3 years ago.
And since then they have done a Mark II, and this is the Mark II of that original one
That's
they brought out.
This engine's also the slant head, which means obviously the
gives it
spark
higher
plug
compression,
is
yeah.
in at an angle.
Yeah.
Slightly higher compression.
Right, another thing that you could do with this is, as you've got your frame on as well, so for moving about, you could probably put some Jubilee clips or hose clips. Fasten those to the frame maybe, you know, a load of them. That might work. If it does slide about. That's just thoughts and ideas. Right, let's move some of this packaging out of the way. We've got some more stuff. Look like mounts for the carburetor lady. We'll try just to lock the bags back up again.
That's probably all the interesting stuff, to be honest. It's all just going to be.
Yeah.
It's all just going to be bolts and stuff now.
Yeah, bolts and things
fixtures.
now. Like here, for instance, there's a big bag of them. I think you've already seen those.
Yeah.
What else have we got in here? We have got...
There'll be the fuel, yeah.
Oh yeah, you got your fuel thingy, some nice hose pipes like your fuel pipe from King.
A spark plug.
Spanner,
socket,
yeah. You get a spark plug socket with it. And you get your spark plug as well.
Which is nice.
Which is some...
I think your fuel petcock's there.
Oh yeah, that goes into the bottom of your tank.
Now one thing I recommend you always do with these kits, because mine leaked when I first got it. This
PTFE
thread
tape.
here, just put some PTFE tape on it. Because as soon as I did it, it leaked straight away.
You do get a little washer that goes around it, but
Crappy gasket.
you can put that gasket on.
I put that on the first time and it just cracked.
Yeah.
It cracked it off. And luckily the PTFE tape lasted the length of the time I had the bike.
Spark plug brand is a Weixing. Weixing. W-E-I-X-I-N-G. There you go.
As long as it works.
As long as it works, who cares, yeah. Just looks like a standard.
What you want to do is get a non-resistor spark plug.
Yes.
People complain about a weak spark from the crappy CDI.
Yeah.
Get a non-resistor spark plug.
Yeah. You also get your fuel tank lid on that as well. In that packaging.
All nice and scratched up from the
Yeah, from all the stuff that's in there. Yeah. And you get whatever this thing is here. Oh, it's a chain guard. So you also get a chain guard as well.
Which is pretty good of them to give you.
It is steel, yeah.
It's pretty good of them to give you that because they didn't have to. It was, yeah.
Yeah, they get you a steel one nowadays. And this kit's a lot cheaper than what it used to be as well.
It is. It's about £30 cheaper.
And everything's made out of metal. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it, guys and girls. The boxes are now empty, besides the things you've already seen.
Is that metal now as well, that?
What's that? This?
That?
Yeah, it's all metal.
Gosh, that's good. Mine was plastic and crap.
Mm.
Also, it didn't have as longer arm on it. It was like half the length.
I remember it, yeah.
Yeah. And it snapped once when I was being silly on it and crashed the bike. And I just replaced it with a push bike brake lever. Obviously, I didn't have a locking clutch then, so...
Yeah. But you only really need the locking clutch if you decide to coast or something like that.
That's it.
Obviously with the jack shaft kit, you Google it, by the way, guys and girls. There's a company that do make, what is it, sick bike parts?
Yeah. They're renowned for making pretty decent ones.
Yeah, them guys are really good. Now the kit, I can't remember how much the kit cost. Was it about 70 quid?
A bit more than that.
Was it?
Especially with shipping to the UK.
Yeah, shipping is a bugger.
$200, I think.
Yeah.
And there was shipping.
Yeah.
It's not here yet. We're still waiting on that.
But it is Christmas. It's I don't know what the date is today. Actually, what is the date today?
Plus, this is something I've always wanted to. 17th.
The 17th, is it?
This
I have my Christmas calendar. I like to save it all up. Go on.
Yeah, since I got one of these kits, my first one, I always wanted a shift kit.
So now we're both going to have one.
Obviously, it'll make your engine last a bit longer because you're not running at high RPMs all the time. Probably increase your, well, I would say it would increase your miles to the gallon. And it just sounds better as well.
Yeah, because you're going along and you get a... And of course, with this particular kit, if you use a jack shaft kit, you do not have to use the clutch. You treat it as a semi-automatic. And
you don't have any of that idler or the...
Yeah, no idler.
The spare sprocket.
No having to bolt the sprocket to the back wheels. It makes it all nice and easy.
And also, when you go down a hill, it's like it automatically coasts for you. Because your freewheel on your rear cassette will start working. Which I think is good on these kind of two-strokes, because obviously, at closed throttle, you're not getting much two-stroke oil onto all the moving parts.
Another thing to remember, guys and girls, as well, is that you may have, you know, you will, well, it's going to happen. You're going to experience more wear through your derailleur system. Of course, you've got a much more powerful thing than yourself. I mean, you consider, how could you say it really? You consider a human
pedalling at 3 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Is our equivalent power like 300 watts or something going through the chain?
Human power.
Human power.
Yeah. But a human would have to be seriously pushing to put 300 watts through a.
This thing would probably do over a kilowatts worth of power. Maybe.
I did have the handbook somewhere that said.
I don't know where it's been put.
Oh no, there's. In the other box, when I opened it, we had that piece of paper, and then we had the other one with the specs.
Now that's going to be underneath all this lot.
Now it says the rated power on this engine is 3 horsepower, and the max horsepower you'll see out of this is 5 to 6 horsepower.
Gotta hand it to the Chinese, they put the instruction book right at the bottom of the bag. Oh no, it's not there.
Or they don't.
Or they don't bother putting him in at all. Well, you've bought 2 offers, so you can do 1 for 2.
These lights really do annoy me. Yeah. Can get me torch. Yeah, and the last one, it was just chucked down the side.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yep. Just I'm going to put that back.
For Christmas.
That's right, so he can deliver them.
Yeah. Now the instruction book on this is awesome. It gives you a full technical schematic of how everything works. Check that out. Isn't that pretty sweet?
We'll go slow over that in case someone wants to pause.
Isn't that awesome, guys and girls?
And you've also got an actual picture of the engine, deconstructed. You can see how simple it is. It's very easy to work on, and you can order spare parts for these. Yeah.
Nice and easy.
One of the things people recommend you do is change the wrist pin bearing on these because they're a main failure point.
That's otherwise known as your little ends.
They will keep going. I never had any trouble with my last one, but if you're going to rely on the bike to get to work or something stupid, or something cool like that, should I say, Yeah,
2
you might want
kilowatts.
to
3.5 kilowatts of power this makes. So that's 3.5 kilowatts of power going through your chain. Obviously max power.
It's got your specs of the other engines. These are the slightly smaller ones. Like I say, although they say 80cc, it's not a true 80cc. It is actually 66. The 60cc one is actually less than 60, and the 49cc one is actually 48cc. So it's sort of the closest one. Got a picture of one there fitted to a bike. Some people, if you look on the internet, have done some really nice custom bikes with these engines.
There's a guy on there who's done one that made it look just like a cafe racer. It looks absolutely incredible, like the really old-fashioned, like 1920s, 1930s bikes. Look really cool.
We've actually got a picture of the 4-stroke kit up there, which is just a Honda GXH50 clone.
Yeah.
Really nice little 4-stroke engines. And there is one fitted to a bike. It looks a bit
naff
compared to the 2-stroke, but they are good. They will last a lot longer than the 2-stroke.
There's a chain drive, bolts to your wheel, not?
Like I say, it compresses the rubber between your spokes. Shadows are so annoying.
Yeah.
But a really quite an ingeniously simple design.
It's very
Obviously,
simple and it works.
if you've got a disc brake on the opposite side, you can't fit these, which is the main reason I've actually brought my jack shaft kit, because I'm going to be putting it on a bike with a rear disc.
And obviously you get the full thing, and there's a picture at the bottom there.
So that's basically all the stuff we've got with ours.
We've already showed you.
Like I say, a lot of that we're not going to be using because we've got the jack shaft. Pretty much that certainly won't be used. That won't be. This chain won't be.
That won't be.
Idler.
And sadly as well, you don't have to use the
chain guard.
Chain guard, which is a shame. But you do get a chain guard with the jack shaft kit. I do believe, don't you?
It's a very short one. That obviously you get. Like I say, you should look at this jack shaft on Google. But if you can't be bothered, the jack shaft just takes the drive from this side of the engine, runs it through to this side, you know, with all the relevant sprockets on it and whatnot, and transfers it down to a freewheeling chain ring. So obviously that can turn and you can keep your feet steady on the pedals. You've not got to pedal with the engine.
Otherwise
it'll be a bit ridiculous.
You'll be pedaling pretty fast.
And obviously you can change gear for your derailleurs. It's simplicity, but it's pretty genius as well.
Works fantastic well.
Obviously, when you change gear on a jack shaft kit, you want to change like a semi-auto, so you leave your clutch engaged, but you do drop your revs when you change. Otherwise, you'll risk
that's it. Drop your
pulling
revs to the
teeth
lowest.
off the cassette.
Oh yeah, that'd be nasty. That. drop your revs to the lowest RPM. And change. You'll figure it out, obviously, when you're when you've got it all set up and running.
I've got a list of parts here. You see that they do actually let you order the rest of the engine parts, which is pretty good. It's hard to believe it's just this that goes into making the engine. Less than a whole page of stuff. And you can buy it all separately. Yeah, it looks like they sell electric kits as well. Initially I wanted to have an electric kit, but they are so ridiculously expensive in the end. After you brought the batteries, the controllers...
which are all separate.
That's it, all separate. And after my motor, which was rated for 9 kilowatts... blew a controller, I was so mad. And it also, you obviously need a torque arm on this here, because all the axle, because all the torque's going to be going through the axle to the frame, and it actually snapped a spanner and two Jubilee clips and another spanner, which were all fitted to the bike on each side.
We was using the spanners as the torque arms.
Yeah.
And it managed to just completely shear them off. They were two good quality, tools.
I was running an 88.8 volt lithium polymer setup, the RC batteries.
And we never even took it off speed number 1.
Yeah.
And it managed to snap it.
This is the batteries I was using. But yeah, that's getting sidetracked anyway.
Yeah, from the thing. You come here to have a look at this one.
But yeah, that's about all.
That's
really.
About it, guys and girls. Yeah.
We check both of these kits before Santa gets them, because just in case they've been damaged in transit.
Yeah.
Something
These
like
look
that.
pretty good. No snapped off connectors or anything, or bits of the casing of the engine. Very well packaged. You know, the packaging was pretty nice.
These are from the Bay, let's say.
Yeah, a well-known auctioning website.
Yeah, they're no name, no brand engines, but my last one was, and that was pretty good. Ended up selling that to friends, and they ran it down into the ground. Ran it without 2-stroke oil, and it just died, which was a shame.
I don't know where it ended up in the end.
Yeah.
It just kept, you know, school kids. It's like, I don't know if you've had field bikes or anything, but you know, you hear of a field bike, someone having it, then it gets just sent around the group, and each time it gets sent to someone else, a new panel or new part goes missing.
That's it.
Generally the first thing that goes off a 2-stroke moped or field bike is the bloody exhaust.
Exhaust, of course.
Which is the worst thing you could do to an engine.
Yeah, 2-stroke.
Yeah.
Scorching that piston head.
Yeah, that's
very
it.
nice.
Scorch it. Come on, guys.
And you make your engine sound like a wet fart.
Yeah, I think it sounds terrible.
They sound quite funny, 2-strokes without silencers.
Sounds like bubbling mud.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
All back together again.
Please do not leave negative feedback. That's asking directly.
Yeah. Okie dokie then, guys and girls.
That's warm tips for us there. But yeah, there we go. Obviously, thank you for watching.
Yeah, that's it, guys and girls. If you're interested in this, keep a track on our our other videos.
There's some really good forums
About this, yeah.
About this. Obviously, do subscribe, because we are going to be doing...
Well, if you want to subscribe, I mean, it's easier if you do, because we are going to do some more future videos on this particular, engine setup. We're going to put it onto a push bike. And
2 push bikes?
2 push bikes,
Yeah.
We're going to have 2 of them going together, so we can race each other.
Not one kit on 2 push bikes.
No.
We have got another one, yeah. But yeah, there's going to be a few more updates of this kit. It's going to be a right laugh.
It's going to be fun. And it all fits into that little box.
There are some really good forums on the internet about these kits. One is motoredbikes.com, I think. Or if you just want to put in Google or whatever, motored bikes.
That's motored bikes.
Yeah.
Not motor bikes.
Or if you just put in motorised bike form.
Motorised.
There are a few of them.
Yeah.
And they've got some really good advice. They've got performance modifications that you can do, because you can port the cylinder heads on these and whatnot.
Oh, you can tune up to crazy amounts.
You can put, I mean, I don't know what the carb on them at the moment is. I think it's something ridiculous like 14mm, but you can go ahead and put a 18 or 19mm Mikuni carb on it, and put a reed block on it.
MT50 was only 13mm.
Yeah. And then I put a 17 on it, I think.
Well, I think it'd be on that way. 19, was it?
Was it?
It was big.
But that doesn't run properly. It runs best with the choke on, I've found. It probably needs a bigger main jet. But it always got me around anyway.
That's it. Okay, guys and girls, we're going to cut it here, and we'll catch you all on the next video. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, and that's me. Thank you for watching, and peace out.
Yeah, thank you very much.